Right.
Okay. All right, yo, we live.
All right.
It's your boy Mike Rashid.
Party Tour Body.
And we got a very, very, very special guest. He laughing. You don't know about Party Tour Body.
That's
We don't tell people.
you.
That's
we don't
a wild
tell people
man.
until we start.
That's a wild fucking man.
I have to take
right
them by
there.
surprise.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Breon Ansley in the house.
Hey.
Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you for coming.
Man, thank you for having me. It's good to be here. Good to be down here.
Made that journey from Northern Ireland down here to London.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
30-day
man.
trip.
I
Right,
love
right.
this area.
It's an
Thank you for
expedition.
having me, Mike.
Nah, no doubt, bro. No doubt.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to have you on, man. We seen each other in passing, and we know, we social media friends, but
Of course.
we hadn't had a chance to really connect like that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Good to be here. And I've been I've known about you for a long time.
No doubt,
You
no
know,
doubt,
known
no
about
doubt.
you for a long time and admired your loving hustle, like you
There
just
you go,
explained
there
to
you
me.
That's the alpha, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I see that part. I see that part that you explain.
Right.
And
For those who don't know what we're talking about alpha, and I was explaining like my definition of alpha is not the conventional, and I actually did some videos about it because I felt like I didn't want to be part of a reason why dudes were acting like tough guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, y'all, let me correct y'all a little bit. This is what I mean by it's leading out of love. That's
Right.
what alpha is. That's what an alpha male is, in my opinion.
Right.
Because like everything that I do now, I may be brash at times. I am a very unapologetic person because I think things through when I do them. If someone's uncomfortable with it, I don't care because I will always stand on the side of like what's good,
Yeah.
what's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day.
Yeah, so I'm not. Sometimes people may not see the good in it at the time.
Yeah.
But sit around and you will see it at a certain point. And I always tell Sean, we always talk, and I'd be like, when it comes to like receiving backlash for this or that, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because when the dust settles, I'm here.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So that's like my what is it called? That's why I have so much confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know people do take it as like maybe arrogance or whatever, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
What I care about is these dudes, like people in my circle,
Yeah.
my immediate circle.
Yeah.
And if I do explain myself, for the people that don't get it, you don't get it.
Because you always do. You don't. You
Right.
say you think things through, and and so there's an explanation in the action.
Exactly. and here's the thing, people, he's crazy. I'm like, look, I'm in a good place in my life. My business partner and I, we own several multi-million-dollar businesses.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do something stupid.
Yes.
Without thinking it through.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It might shock some of y'all.
What the
But
hell do they think that you're doing? That's crazy.
People think I'm crazy.
What for, doing what? Say,
Give
give an example.
you know what it is, bro? It's like I have no problem with confrontation.
Yeah.
And confrontation is not like a fight. It's like there's an outstanding issue. Let's tackle it.
Yep.
Because anything should be able to be resolved with communication and conversation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Shit get weird when it's not. We keep seeing each other and and I always go for the confrontation.
Yeah.
Confrontation meaning dialogue, because people think confrontation means a fight.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never been in a fight and none of this shit. Like that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
people, I've done this too. You might meet somebody or see somebody and you put them in a certain place.
Yeah.
It's not their fault that you put these characteristics that may not exist on them.
Yeah.
And I think I get that a lot.
Perception.
You know what it is, Breon? People aren't used to right now other people who want to handle issues and problems directly. They
That's
want
what it is.
to handle it in a manner which is completely unmanlike and I would say unrealistic because of the digital world.
Yeah.
They want to talk about it online rather than resolve it face to face.
Right.
And even that carries over from people they don't know, like people who have like a social media interaction with Mike, and even to their personal lives. Probably they probably can't handle confrontation in their own life. And when we say confrontation, again, it's not physical. It's any time there's some kind of friction that needs to be resolved. Mike and I have things that we have to discuss from time to time, and we have to do it. It's just sometimes it's uncomfortable, but you have to do it. And for other people, when this happens to them, they're like, this guy's a bully. But in reality, all he wanted to do was get rid of this tension that was created, usually not by his doing.
99, all of the time is
100%.
You know, and sometimes I do jump in front of the bullet for other people because, like, I'm not a bully, but I will bully a bully.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I've always been like that. I'm like, why are you? There's people that I'm cool with that have bullied certain people on social.
Yeah.
Because that person might have done this or that. And I'm like, and I'll see, like, you know, let's say Sean is the subject. Let's say you bullying him or you're exposing him, right? And me and you are boys. And then everybody, y'all are both people on a higher platform than the majority of people. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, fuck this, and you're terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, y'all are fucking. Why wouldn't y'all? If y'all feel like that, why you had to wait for him to say it?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And my buddy, I remember I was on a plane. He's blowing my phone up. Can you please take the post down? Because I was just telling people, y'all are acting fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Y'all judging this dude.
Yeah.
Maybe this dude didn't made a mistake or not. Who knows? But y'all are pushing him deeper into a dark place.
Yeah.
To be defensive and not deal with the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah.
Social media is a weird place. It's a great place. It's just a place. It's a place where greatness can happen. Great atrocities or great good things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a utility. But unfortunately a lot of people use it the wrong way.
Yeah.
For negative.
Yeah.
And that's an easy train
out
to hop on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to lash without taking a step back and looking at everything in its entirety and being juvenile, being juvenile about it, man, not being adults, because there's a lot of kids.
Yeah,
and
man.
Kid acting people.
And bro, it's a lot of adults that are just not
kid
mature,
acting adults, of course.
Now, I'm not mature. I'm not acting like I'm one of the mature people. I'm not. But, certain things, a lot of things that I won't do. And when I see certain comments, I was like, wow. You didn't just write that, but you wrote it and you posted it.
And clicked. Send.
And now you're just watching for the response. You could delete it right now. It's a very strange thing what you said. You know what I'm saying? Do you get any of that? Do you get the weird shit? I feel like you project a lot of positivity.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that I really like about you.
Yeah, it's very, very important to me is positivity. But yeah, I get weird stuff. I get stuff that's
do you get people coming to you with negativity?
Yes.
What kind of things?
Because I'm trying to be positive. Because it might be positive.
Ain't that some shit? Is misery loves company? They want you to be mad like them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So
damn, that was a
satisfying.
Crisp.
Doug, you owe me
brisk. That was a very brisk opening of that. Isn't it refreshing? It seemed like if I wasn't looking, it seemed like it got the little perspiration beads on it. You know what I'm saying?
Commercial like.
Right. That was great. You gotta use that. Sell that in a fucking sound bit fucking thing. But but they come at you. How do you deal with it when you get it? Do you respond? Do you delete it? Do you block them? How do you deal with it?
I mean, it takes everything out of me sometimes not to respond because, we're human and my outlook on things sometimes is how dare somebody come on my page, in my space trying to be positive and have something negative to say, have something cancerous to say.
Is that what you usually do? You delete it? Or you don't respond, I should say?
I don't respond.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't respond, and I just let just laugh and just continue on because I just realize that if you do, that's like heaven to them.
Yeah, you made that day.
Oh, it's heaven.
As soon as you respond, you know what happens? They immediately screenshot it.
Oh, yeah.
They post it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this fool.
You should respond, though. You should respond with a completely positive and generic answer. Yeah. Like, because we do it. I'll respond on our, if we run an advertisement and people really tend to get riled up on advertisements. If they say crazy stuff, I'm just like, thank you so much for checking out the video. We appreciate it. That's it, nothing else. Because at the end of the day, I also want them to understand that their comment helps to drive the algorithm, which serves the video to more people.
Right.
So I want them to remember that too. Because ultimately, every one of us is in charge of what content we consume. So if you really think this is that bad, don't drive that algorithm. Unfollow and don't like, don't subscribe, and don't comment.
Don't help it push it even more, huh? Wow, that's good outlook.
What you said though, I feel a lot. When people come, I be like, this is the equivalent of coming to my house and pulling your pants down and take a shit in my yard, in my grass. I didn't ask you to come here.
Exactly.
I didn't invite you.
Exactly.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because sometimes, like, I'll respond. I have fun. It's fun to me though. You know what I'm saying? It's like a social experiment. First of all, I do have the desire to have a show one day where I can have people that do weird shit like that, and we can sit down on a table and just talk. Like, why? I want to know what got you to this point.
You mean to have the people, the trolls,
on the show.
Oh,
yes. Like, do you have a girlfriend? What does she think about this? Do your friends encourage this?
That would be interesting, man.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like people like that don't have a good social setting.
I don't even feel like they be talking.
Right.
They might just,
have no
that'd be
friends.
too weird for him to even be here and talk.
And it's funny because, like, I'll go and look at their shit. Half the time, and then I'll look into the DM to see if they've messaged me. A lot of times it's people that's messaged me and I never responded. Oh. But it's like, I don't see.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have the biggest following in the world, but it's a lot. A little deductive reasoning would lead one to believe that it's impossible for me to go through all of these fucking DMs. Right. And then, you know, the ones that we're not friends with don't even show up.
Yeah. They show up on a different,
Yeah, so it's like they've showed all kind of love and asked me questions, but now today they want to take a shit on my yard.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That's kind of like how I just kind of dawned on me. It's kind of like how the Joker's story is. He doesn't feel like people are paying attention to him.
Right.
And showing him enough respect.
Yeah.
And then he goes but off. Then he gets hurt though. You know,
See,
that's where that comes from. People are actually physically hurting him.
Right. See, I wasn't mad at the Joker. We talked about it because a bunch of us went to see the movie, and I was like, I mean, was he really wrong? Like,
no,
I thought it was kind of. Now it was extreme what he did, like especially the De Niro. But De Niro that was mean. That was very mean. Yeah. And here's the fucked up thing about it. You could say, well, that's too extreme. You killed him. But he killed him. He made fun of him on TV because he's powerful. He can.
Right.
It's like, I'm poor. Nobody knows me. Forget about the mental illness, because we talk about this a lot, but everybody got some kind of mental illness.
Yeah.
Since mental illness is a thing, everybody can fit into something with some spectrum of what is prescribed, right?
Right.
So let's take that off the table. A powerful man, right? In the arena that I want to be in. Oh shit, he's recognized me. Mm-hmm. Oh, but it's just to make fun of me.
Sure.
So not only is he making fun of me, but he's benefiting from making fun of me because he take these bits and you know, and he get to fucking crack his jokes on them.
Yeah.
And now he's bringing me there to further humiliate me, most likely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because it wasn't like you were showing me love on TV.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, oh, you did kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if he lost his girlfriend for that? I don't know. What if people at work or schools making fun of him now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he's physically getting pain from it. Physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever kind of the pain
and
is.
I feel like emotional pain is worse than any physical pain. I take physical pain all day.
Yeah.
That shit goes away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Emotional pain sticks.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
Hey, is he wrong? I don't know. Especially the guys on the train.
Oh yeah,
that was self-defense.
Yeah. No.
Fuck those guys.
That's definitely understood.
Like it made me want to go and get on the train and kill somebody just because kill some rich dudes.
Yeah, is that what y'all thinking about doing on the train? Is that what y'all doing on trains?
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So you won the Olympia 2 years in a row.
Absolutely.
You won the Arnolds.
Yeah.
You won a bunch of. You came out the gate smoking.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure did.
The first show you did, it was like a couple weeks prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could relate. I did that before.
Yeah.
It was just like, I do that shit. Watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I talk so much shit about it. I'm like, I didn't even prep. You did what?
Yeah.
Bro, I was backstage talking shit because everybody's pumping up. I'm like, you should have did that at the gym. It's too late.
Right.
I was talking shit
that ain't gonna help you.
I was talking shit. I was having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so talk about your career so far, because you started in what, 2012?
Yeah.
13, 12?
Yeah. Yep. 2012. Man, and I would even say this just barely 2019. That's only a 7-year career.
It's not that
That's
long.
not that
bro.
long.
Yeah.
Very, very brief to
Right.
reach the pinnacle of your category.
Yeah,
especially.
exactly.
But you didn't start because there wasn't classic physique.
Right.
You didn't start there.
Right.
You started in bodybuilding.
Started at the 212 division.
Okay.
Yeah, which I gotta think more people know about it now, but a lot of people might know that my first 2 shows I did terrible. The first 212 show, I didn't even place.
This is at the pro level?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I want people to know
pro
that.
show.
Yeah.
New York Pro.
Yeah, just sort of for the record, New York Pro is a prestigious show.
Very, very prestigious show.
It's a hard show.
Yeah.
So that was your first year as a pro, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. In 2014.
So how much did you, because this is going to be important for people to know, because bodybuilding, the way that people know it, like such as how Arnold used to compete, there wasn't a weight limit. There was a short and a tall class.
Short and tall, right.
Right. And so Arnold was in the tall class, and let's just say Franco Colombo was in the short class. And so guys would compete in the tall and compete in the short and then compete for the overall.
Yeah.
That's how that would go.
Yeah.
But that kind of went away, and it kind of became one open category for a while. And so bodybuilding was kind of a free-for-all. So it became like who could just get the biggest. And you had the guys like Ronnie and Jay and some of the other guys who were pushing 300
Mass
pounds.
monsters.
300 pounds.
They wasn't pushing, they were.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. Yeah, they were
All
getting on
season.
stage damn near 300
Yeah.
pounds. And so guys who were, let's just say your build, like Breon, who were closer to 200 than 300, definitely not 250.
Right.
They really didn't have a shot.
Right.
Because it just wasn't the same contest almost, but they had something different to offer.
Yeah.
Smaller waist, better proportions,
Right. Yeah.
different look to them.
Yeah.
Something that might be more mainstream appealing. So they brought back that division. That's kind of just to get everyone
I
up to
feel like
speed.
I never seen you compete at 212, but I feel like you would be too big for 212.
Actually, I was trying to play the size game, and I wasn't big enough. Let's see. I would probably say I just wasn't conditioned enough
For
the 212. I didn't
you
come
were
in
bigger,
shredded enough,
right.
but I think my muscle
even
was
height
enough.
wise, because I've been in the Olympia every year since 2012, like right in the front, and 212 guys are really fucking short.
They are.
You're tall for 212. You know what I'm saying?
5, 6, 7. Tall
But yeah, that's
212.
tall for 212, bro. Because that's average bodybuilding height,
Yeah.
5'7". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because what Phil would be considered tall at 5'10".
Yeah.
You know
and
what I
is
mean?
he even 5'10"? I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, 5'9", 5'10", something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So he's a taller bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's where you started, the 212. But so people know there's another level to bodybuilding now, because I think a lot of our following, a lot of the fan base, they know about weightlifting, but they don't necessarily know the ins and outs of bodybuilding.
Right.
So I want them to understand that they've instated a new category a few years ago called classic physique.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about how that works, the category? Because
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah, different. It's more of a street. It's kind of, it's in between the 212. Well, not in between because it's lower than the 212, but it's just more of a streamlined look.
How does it work? Like how you get categorized?
Height,
You,
weight.
you whatever height you come in at and you're measured at, they have a weight cap.
There's a scale that says how much you can weigh per your height.
Sure.
Sean, you making this shit too fucking calculus for people right now. 'Cause you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is actually cool to me, and this is why I think it's so interesting, because it kind of like, by putting these limits in place, they kind of protect the bodybuilders from themselves, from like
trying to be too
get
big.
too big, because if
Yeah.
that's not there, you don't focus on the quality of your physique and the look of your build and your shape. You just keep getting bigger.
Yeah. And I say, man, you are very impressive. You have a very impressive physique, bro.
Thank you
For
so
real.
very much, brother. I
For real.
appreciate it.
You know, when I remember my first time going to a bodybuilding show, I was like, everybody, they all look the same. Well, who do you think? I like the black dude, the other black dude. They all black.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew nothing about it, right?
Right.
But then, over time, like, okay, I'm starting to see, different qualities. And then And then, you know, when you're, I guess, have somewhat of a seasoned eye, you can see a good physique.
Right.
Like if we weren't lifting weights, like he would still look straight. You know what I'm saying? And some people who hide a bad physique with a lot of muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you see all of that.
Yeah.
And you're there, bro. You it's quality. You look great, bro.
Thank you.
And it shows with your accolades. I mean, you're a fucking champ.
Yeah,
you know?
I appreciate that. I mean, you know, that I think the classic physique was made for me, made for my physique, and made for the height and the weight that I have to come in at for it.
What is that? What is your height and then the weight that you compete at?
5'7", and I have to be 180 pounds weighing in.
Weighing in, okay. So you could be depleted a little bit, and then you'll fill up.
Yeah, then you fill up a little bit.
What do you walk around at weight-wise?
Easily 205, 210.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I could just look at some food and probably just be 205.
Hey, pancakes.
Around. Damn right.
You're a pancake aficionado.
I'm the man.
This
I
man
used to call
loves
myself
pancakes.
the king, but damn, I just ate pancakes in LA at the Griddle, man, and I didn't come close to finishing those pancakes. If anybody knows where the Griddle is in LA, and those pancakes,
they're formidable.
They're huge. They're maybe about 2 inches off of the plate.
Come on,
in
man.
circumference.
That's come on, man. I can't do pancakes like that, bro.
No.
It just fills me. Certain foods, I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
And I don't like feeling stuffed. I feel
right.
like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Italian food, I love Italian food, but I'm just stuffed.
Right.
I'm stuffed. But pancakes too, stuff me.
If I eat 4 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, I'm stuffed.
Like 3 stacks of 3 or stacks of what?
Stacks of 4.
Stacks of 4.
I'm going off IHOP.
Right. That's the universal measurement.
Right. Yeah.
Just so everyone knows the IHOP stack.
Damn.
Stacks of 4. I can
That's the
take down
standard.
2 or 4 easily, and I love it because I love
That's
pancakes
what's up.
like that. But
How much carbohydrate do you eat in a day typically? I'm being a nutrition nerd.
That's a good question.
carbs, probably just around 200, 250, 300.
'Cause that's what you just said is more than that already.
Yeah.
The pancake stack like that.
Yeah.
So you're not doing that daily,
Wait,
obviously.
the 200 is contest prep or just normal?
200. Normal is about 400, 450.
Okay.
Contest prep is 200.
Got it.
On down to
Whatever it takes.
50, 75.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
that's pretty low.
You ever pull them all the way out?
I have. I have. When I first started, my weight cap had to go down to 175.
Oh shit!
I pulled them all the way out.
Okay.
They've given us 10 pounds since I started in class.
How difficult is it for you to make weight?
Very.
Yeah,
Very difficult because, and you know, because I think of the density of my muscle that I have now.
It's heavy as
You really have to pull from the body to get the weight down.
So do you have to lose muscle?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have to lose.
How do you lose muscle? Cardio.
Yeah, it's just too much cardio. It's overburning.
Right.
It's overburning how you lose muscle. If you're doing a lot of cardio, your calories aren't high, you're definitely going to tap into your muscle.
Right.
You know, because you're not sustaining enough caloric intake to even, per what kind of output weight training that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so you're definitely not building.
Right.
You're only losing. And to burn, bodybuilders, we don't need to be doing that much cardio. The
muscle is burning calories itself. The
Yeah.
resting metabolic rate is sky high.
Yeah.
You ever had your resting metabolic rate tested?
I have not.
Yeah.
I have not.
I had mine tested in 2012.
Wow.
And I lose, if I sit still, don't eat, don't do nothing, some unrealistic shit, and just don't move, I'll lose a pound a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just sitting.
Yeah. I'm sure yours is higher than that.
Wow. That means yours is high.
Yeah, it's high. And this is 2012. I'm more muscular now than I was then.
Right.
I was probably about 205, 210 at that time.
Wow.
So I'm 220. This morning I was 220.
Wow.
But I need to be like 210 to feel great. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Come down a little
Okay.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been up to 250.
You have? Wow.
Yeah. Because my height I can carry a lot
Yeah.
more. But it didn't feel good. I didn't like it.
No, just walking around and
I didn't feel healthy.
fluid.
I didn't feel healthy, and I
Inside.
wasn't healthy. Yeah, and I wasn't healthy. I got my blood. This is the first time I ever got my blood work done, complete blood panel. This was in 2016. I gotten different tests done before, but not a complete panel.
Right.
And I was trending towards being pre-diabetic.
Wow.
Cause look, I wasn't fat or anything. It was muscular, but it was some body fat, but I was eating so much fucking food.
Right.
I was just eating. This is when I was in Miami.
Right.
I'm eating that Cuban food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's bomb.
It's rich.
You know what I mean? And I was eating, and I wasn't doing any kind of cardio, right? No boxing, no nothing, just lifting. So I was putting in way more than I was burning off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I had to switch it up.
That's important too. That I think it's that classic is also bringing to the table and to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of an attainable physique, you know, for the masses out there that they think that they might be able to.
I don't think it's attainable, and I don't want it to be.
Well, see, this is the thing. The masses out there will look at it as being more attainable, but then when you get all in it, into the nitty and the gritty, then can you really attain?
Because here's the thing, man. Like people, haters of mine, they always want to go to PEDs, right?
Oh, of course.
And I've taken PEDs before, you know, and not right now,
right?
And in the future, I will when I feel like I'm old enough, when I'm not able to maintain, and shit is breaking down. All right, I'm gonna go to my doctor and I'm gonna do it the right way. Cause I tell people to do it the right way.
Of course.
But you know, the period that I did it, I was already Mike Rashid before I even started. You know what I'm saying? I had strength, a good amount of strength, very mature muscles already. You know what I'm saying? I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I was being accused back then.
Right.
So there's people who attain certain levels of athleticism or physiques or whatever will do it with or without. That is not gonna make or break you.
Yeah.
It's the cherry to the top.
Yeah.
And when you're on a certain level, you know, it's a wow factor. I want to, like, somebody came and interviewed me the other day and they asked me, what do you think about, they're talking about starting a drug test in the Olympia. I'm like, I'm not with it.
No,
I won't go.
No.
I don't want to see somebody that I'm bigger than on the Olympia. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be terrified.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The wow
That shit
factor.
is dope.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I feel like this, it's like, people are so hypocritical.
Yeah.
All your biggest athletes, every sport is there.
Yeah.
You know, every sport. Sean and I talked to a doctor the other day, and he services a lot of legit professional athletes. And we were just like, wow. Yeah. But it doesn't surprise me, and I'm not mad at it, because this is not making them better than everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as someone who has done it off on, I know it didn't make me better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It helped me with certain things, but for the most part, I was a fucking savage before and after. You know what I'm saying? And you look at someone like a Lance Armstrong. Yeah. If he took it or not, nobody's doing Tour de France. Right. None of these people talking shit about him. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, some people, when I say it's not attainable, you know, people don't know what training all your life looks like. Mm-hmm. They train for 2 years and like, nah, nobody can be like that.
Right.
Like, bro, you've been training for 2 years. I've been training since I was 13.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or they've been training for 5 years and they just don't know how to do it.
Don't know what they're doing.
Or they don't have that capacity to go to the place that it requires if you want those results.
And that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, Mike pushes me every day. We train together too. Yeah. We spend more time together than we do with our significant others. We're training in the morning. Yeah. We come to the office. We're putting in work all day. Yeah. And it's nighttime by the time we go home. So, you know, we push each other to be better. And he does push me in my training. And I'm like, all right, I'm going for 1. He goes, no, fuck that. You're going for 3.
There it is.
You know, like it doesn't matter. See, people don't do that. They don't have that.
With Sean, he's my guy and I respect him and we've always been good, right? But before we was training together, sometimes we'll go to the gym at the same time. Yeah. And I see what he's doing. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing, but I'm like, you're not doing nearly enough. Right. But I respected him enough to like, you know, let him do.
Yeah. Let him.
And when it's right, because I never want to like, no, that's not how you do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I wait till we're training together. Yeah. It is all thought out for me. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Little did you know, Sean.
You know, I did know, and I welcomed it. Yeah.
But I waited till I felt like it was time. Like, nah, bro, come on, man. You could be doing so much more. I can look at you and tell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and we in the science area. I'm like, bro, you're fucking buff. Like, he look great. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, people don't even realize. Like, excuse me, Mike, for a second. Yeah. I mean, people don't realize the anxiety that I go through in a prep to. Every single workout has to be fulfilling and has to be satisfying.
What's a fulfilling workout for you?
Oh, I have to be dead when I'm walking out of there.
bro, I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, especially like a leg workout.
Yeah.
If you're walking out easy peasy, like right, you ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know how it is, bro. We'll burn out on squats and how to take a knee. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Lay down for a minute. But people don't know what that feels like, that intensity feels like. Yeah. You know?
And that's day in, day out, week in, week out. That's the over some time, man. You know, and it's listen, I only have hour 15, hour 30 minutes to feel like that. I don't got all day to be in there either.
Exactly.
You know, so
that's mental. That's mental. Yeah. It's not physical at that point. Yeah. CT talk about that all the time.
Absolutely.
He be like, your muscles ain't gonna get you through this.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
And it's it's not even just like mental as in like you have to know what you're doing, because I already knew that. Yeah. I've been working out for 10 years before we even started together. It's another part of the brain and goes into literally your heart and soul, like to desire to get that out of yourself and to allow yourself to go beyond what you think is possible, because we tell ourselves what we're capable of, and oftentimes that's what we do.
Yeah.
But if we tell ourselves we're capable of everything and then see where we fall, you know, you'll get more out of it. But you gotta have the desire to go there, and oftentimes people don't.
And I just think that's a beautiful thing, you know. And you'll just really find your champion in yourself, man, when you accept.
Like you said, it's fulfilling.
Yes.
I know exactly what you mean. Like I tell Sean all the time, like, and I tell people that follow me, like, when I'm saying this is fucking easy, this is nothing.
Yeah.
I really have convinced myself that 500-pound bench press is easy.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I can do it.
Yeah.
And I tell people, it's like there's a certain level of technique that's important, which got to be there.
Yeah.
Your strength has got to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then that shit's still heavy. Yeah. So you got to convince yourself. You need that mental strength too.
Yeah.
And you can't be afraid to go into that dark place. Like,
absolutely.
You know, fuck it.
Absolutely.
Fuck it.
All your champions go there.
Yeah, bro.
All of them.
And this shit, I tell people all the time, bro. This transcends the gym.
Yeah.
This is look. Oh, this is perfect. Like the gym gives you the opportunity in the playground to practice being a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I don't separate mental and physical. The gym is part of your life if you do it every day. Mm-hmm. The things that we do on a regular and how we do it is who we are.
Yes.
Right? Yes. If you are a fucking champion, that hour and 15 minutes you're in the gym, you're a champion in your relationships, in your school, wherever you are. Absolutely. You know, you have a fucking certain quality versus the guy that just willy-nilly, couple this, all right. How many sets you do? I did 10. Yeah. You did 3? Yeah, you're lying to people outside too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just thinking about taking it only makes sense. I mean, if you take your mind and your body to an infinite place, you know, in places that you don't think that you can, or, you know, that you force yourself to, then it only makes sense that you will outside as well, that you will think that that's possible, and that you're capable, and that you're bona fide and qualified to do it, because you're doing it in here. Why can't I do it out here?
Right.
You know, transcendence for sure.
That's so true, man. This is so refreshing, man. You talk to you and you think like this too, man.
For sure, man. For sure.
Who do you like in the industry, whether it be bodybuilding, whatever? Who's your guy? Who do you go to? Is there anybody like that you really respect as a bodybuilder, and then also as like an influencer, as a positive influencer over you?
Yeah. Well, Chris Cormier, my coach, you know, who's been in the trenches and done this thing for years. I really look at him as he's my coach, friend, mentor, for sure. And you know, he came from a wrestling background, man. I think, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he always used to tell me, you know, the mental strength of a wrestler, and he tells his kids, man, that if you want to go into wrestling, you know, you have my encouragement, because wrestling will teach you everything you need to know about life. You know, as far as pushing past barriers. Right. So he comes from that background, and then he just, you know, carries it on to me, and how we prep and how our mindset is going on about what we need to do and what we need to accomplish.
Right.
So I definitely respect him and thank him wholeheartedly for that. Over the past 4 or 5 years we've been working together. Yeah, and I mean, start with Chris. You got just other guys, other bodybuilders that I look at and respect. As far as just kind of putting their nose to the grind,
right,
and just working and getting the job done, and not, not really making excuses for anything.
Right.
You brother Simeon,
Thank you.
I look at, and just really. Using their platform as kind of an extending to people, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you bring up Simeon, man. Like Simeon, that's my guy, but I don't know if Simeon know how much I respect him.
Yeah.
When we first met, since I've known him, he had a huge following. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he looks great. That's going to bring people to the table.
Absolutely.
But the first time we talked, I was shocked because he worked in the office. I'm like, really? Like, okay. So, we talked, and I said, bro, you try YouTube, do this, do that. The stuff that I gave him, he took that shit and fucking went and made it. And plus his own thing too. Yeah. And he's just a hard-working, consistent, solid human being.
Yeah.
And it shows when his physique. Like, people can say, oh, this physical, but that says a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy is never out of shape.
No.
And he trains, it's not like he trains soft, and he trains hard. He goes hard.
I see that. I see that.
You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of love, a lot of respect for him, man, because he's a shining star.
Absolutely.
In our industry.
Absolutely.
Man.
And to gents like that, man, you're like, man, well deserved. Keep doing your thing.
Exactly.
It's admirable.
Right.
It motivates me, inspires me.
Same. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then all of the you had Dexter in here, Dexter, Jay, doing the things that they're doing, man. I really look up to them and all that. Dexter doing it at 50 years old.
It's crazy.
Come on, man.
And I don't know if people really appreciate how hard it is to be at the top for so long. For so long.
He started competing, I want to say, in his mid-20s. I think on the pro level.
I think so, yeah. Over 20 years now.
Oh, man. Look at everybody who competed with him. They're gone.
Yeah, they're legends.
They're not even just gone. They're not even not competing anymore. They're not in shape anymore.
Right.
Yes.
They're barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
It
remarkable.
is. It is.
Remarkable.
One thing I love about Dex, man, is like, regardless of the stature of Dexter Jackson, man, this dude is such a homebody dude, like a family guy. Like, because we usually hang out after the Olympia, and he got his whole family in town, and it's just dope. He's not at parties and shit like that. He with his people, and they all love him to death. And if you look through his social, he's with his family a lot, like the big family. You know what I'm saying? I think that's so dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
I admire that. I don't have a big family, so I look at that like, oh, can I be a cousin?
Of course.
Can you be my uncle now?
Yeah, extension of the family, of course.
It's
of
dope.
course.
It's dope.
And shit, in a way that might be a big reason of why of where he is. He is where he is.
I'm sure it is, man. I'm sure it is. You're a Sean Roden fan, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely Sean Roden, good friend of mine too.
How do you feel about the stuff that he had to deal with this year? The accusations and then him not being able to compete.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that was a just thing? You think they were jumping the gun?
I think that I don't think it. I think it was just as far as a business move.
Because you're a competitor at that same show. You're not in the category, but let's just say that a competitor like yourself would kind of be in a position to say, well, no, I think it hurts the show, or I don't think it matters in the show. So your thoughts are that for the show, it was the right thing to do.
I think for the show, it was the right thing to do, only if they had talked to Sean themselves. They had a sit down at the table with Sean, got all the ins and outs, got all the details,
but they didn't.
And then had to make that decision. But I don't think they did.
Well, if they had done that, I believe it would have been way different, because he could have come out and said, I'm going to withdraw due to the best interest of everything. And that's not, they made it way worse. And I didn't think that was fair. Mike and I have talked about it numerous times, but the precedent, that's not a good precedent to set, that like, because someone's been accused of something, and even if it doesn't look good, that's not really for them to decide. In other sports, when people were on trial, actively for something similar, they were still allowed to play and compete.
Yeah, a la Kobe Bryant, a la
anyone, Ben Roethlisberger, anyone.
Yeah, all of them.
I do think that was not the right. I understand the conversation, but it's not the right decision because we are presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
And to me, the Olympia suffered this year. That category was very lackluster.
Yes.
It was very lackluster.
Absolutely.
The excitement was your category. You know, I watched it and I was rooting for Dex. You know, Dex looked great, but it just wasn't drama in the ranks. Like, you know what I mean? Like that tension, like, oh shit, oh damn, they close, this and that. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's an injustice even to Brandon Curry.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have the top. He didn't beat the champ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a what do they call it when it's temporary?
It's like a
interim. He got an interim
title.
Yeah, because you got to beat the champ.
He didn't beat the champ.
Man, don't get me started on knocking down the champ.
We're getting there.
Don't get me
I want to
started.
get there.
Well, I want to say something though. I really appreciate, and I know Mike does because he already kind of expressed it. I'm so glad. It's so refreshing to hear you talk positively about your peers because some people they like feel like if they're doing that, they're hurting themselves. Like oh, I don't want to talk positive about anyone else who's kind of a competitor to you, but is really a peer of yours.
Yeah.
People who can't be happy for people around them, they're actually kind of mad at the idea of success.
Oh.
You gotta be happy for other people's success because that's your way of acknowledging that they did this thing. And so obviously there's somewhat of a blueprint or a path that you could follow to do the same thing, or you do it in your own way, but it's possible.
Absolutely.
So if Simeon did it, it's possible. If Mike has done it, it's possible.
Yeah.
People are looking at you right now. He built his physique the way he wanted to, built his following. It's possible. I can do this too. You got to be happy for people.
Yeah. And you know, it will. And that's the only way really to have anything be sustainable and have some longevity with anything anyway. If you're going to be angry and you go about stuff, it's going to be short-lived, you know, with anger and animosity and all that. Not going to last at all.
All right, so you came in second this year at the Olympia.
Yep.
Let's talk about that. Talk me through that.
I got a big breath when I say that. Yep.
Because I know that's a blow.
Yes, sir. It is.
And I didn't think you should have been second. I thought you should have won.
Yeah.
You know, I thought Bumstead looked great.
Yeah.
Everybody looked great, but I didn't think the champ got toppled at all.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
So what do you feel about that? And I know this is a subjective sport. However, it's not like you fell off or you was not on point or any of that. You killed it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it?
I'm very disappointed. I feel like I'm saddened by it because, you know, to take out the champ, you got to really kind of obliterate him, right? And
you're a dominant champ.
Yeah.
And
so, they recognize
so
that.
Nobody's. This is the reality. Let's talk about it. Nobody's obliterating a dominant champ. Just like Phil Heath didn't get he didn't get obliterated. He came in off.
Right.
He had an issue.
Right.
You didn't have an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
So that really hurts because it's like, you know, and Chris was criticized for kind of having my back and making a post about something. They said that he was kind of a sore loser.
What was
bitter.
What did he say?
I think he just said that there's no way, and I kind of threw some cuss words in there.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, and pretty much there's no way that Chris Bumstead should have beat me because of how he looks. He was actually physically talking about some physical things and pointing out some physical things that there was no way that you should let something like this physique win. And you know when you did not come, when I did not come off, when I was even better than I was last year, you feel like something is taken from you.
Right.
You didn't lose it.
Right.
You know, you feel like it's taken from you and it's stole from you. Something was stolen from me. So that hurt a lot.
Right.
That hurt a lot, and that's why, you know, I have some questions about the federation in general. It disappoints me about the federation in general, and you know, me, you know, in a way, I would like to really expose that it's however I can as the champ. You know,
right.
Whether it has to ruffle some feathers or not, I need to, you know, that type of stuff needs to be exposed. Like maybe with a union or something. You know,
right.
We need difference.
I do.
We need
I agree.
difference.
I agree with that. I feel like athletes are not, first of all, compensated properly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you know, yeah. But the problem, right, is the fact that this is a subjective sport.
Yeah.
It's not I scored 10, you scored 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I knocked them out. That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So that is an issue. So it's up to people's eyes and their, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel you, bro. You know, there's things I know about too that we could talk about off camera. You know what I mean? But you know, with big corporation like this, man, it's a lot of nuance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's out of your hands, you know?
Yeah.
But the beauty of it is the world's seen it. You know what I'm saying? And the people know what's up. You know what I mean? And you know, it's always a takeaway, you know? And whether you have it now or not, maybe you need more time to think about it and really meditate on it. I feel like something really good for you is growing out of this situation, because this is we grow out of pain, and I'm sure that hurt. You know what I mean? It hurt me for you. You know, so you know, there's always growth out. Just like lifting weights hurt, you know. But it's always growth out of pain. It has to be, or we're dying, we're losing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're not a loser. You're a champ. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So
let me ask you this, Breon: how much does first place get paid for the Classic Physique Olympia?
Yeah. Chris got 30,000.
And how much does second get?
Second, I got 10.
Okay, so 30,000 and 10,000. I think most people can agree that you know, if you probably do 2 shows in the year now.
One.
Or you just did one this year. You didn't do the Arnold.
One this year. Didn't do the Arnold. Yeah.
So you're going all out for this show. So people can understand that the wage or pay that you can earn from simply doing your job and competing is not sufficient to live.
No.
So how do you build a business around yourself or to support yourself to earn an income that, you know, can help you reach your goals that I'm sure you have outside of just the sport?
Yeah. And first of all, let me just talk about how when I'm talking about, you know, what I said with Chris and how the first place and you know, he said that Chris didn't have a body that was close to mine, and he was pointing out specifics. He's a nice guy. Chris is a very nice guy. I know him. He's a very, very good dude. But we're just talking about that specifically.
On the stage. Yeah, on the stage.
Yeah, we're just talking about that specifically. Very good dude.
Talking about what
very nice guy.
What Coach Cormier pointed out
about Chris. Yes. Right. So let me just say that. And then to supplement my income, it's through sponsors. It's through I have online kind of training clients and getting clients.
Is that
ready.
what takes the most of your time, or what does if it's not that? Like outside of your own training for yourself, like what are you working on the most?
That
the training, the online coaching.
online coaching, online business with apparel.
Is that like the shirt that you're wearing? Is that one of yours?
Yeah. Or your pancakes. That's kind of what I've been known for, just to be saying over the past couple of years. So that's fun.
Right.
It's fun. It's, you know, it's a
lot of Erica, go ahead and order me one, please.
Yeah, but behind this, you know, it just means also, you know, through you have to earn that. You have to do the hard work first.
100%.
You know, you have to do the hard work, and you have to do the work to buy yourself the leisure, you know, and to buy yourself the relaxation time.
Where can people get the apparel?
TeamBreon.com.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, TeamBreon.com, and enjoy. Let's have fun with it together.
Yeah, I'll support for sure.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to get some. I got a curl right here.
I see.
Yeah, man. This is a little old one. I need the flat top edition.
When you go to curl back, I ain't mad at the curl.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So what are your plans? Like, what does the future hold for you at this point right now?
Well, first and foremost,
wait, hold on. You did another show right after the Olympia and smashed it, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I went to Italy for my sponsors, the Yamamoto Cup.
Okay.
For Yamamoto Nutrition, they have this is their second year holding that show in Italy.
Okay.
It happens after the Olympia.
Yes, the weekend after.
Oh, so you're ready. You're already good.
Yeah, ready to go. But it was tough though.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because you know, how we say I weigh in at a certain at 180,
Right.
and then we carb up. So when we're on stage, we were on stage at about 187, 188.
Right.
Then you have a little fun that night after you win, and maybe the next morning,
Finals.
right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm 191, 192. Then have to jump on a 14-hour flight.
Ooh.
And then I have to make weight again that next
right,
weekend.
right,
So
right.
I got to lose about 12, 11 pounds.
What do you do for the flight?
You got to drink water, drink a lot of water so you don't hold it.
Right.
You know, we'll probably take a little diuretic, a little mild one.
Right.
And then compression pants. Compression
okay, so you don't hold
for the
water
legs.
in your
Yeah,
legs.
so it kind
Yeah.
of keeps that compression
Keep
there.
your feet up on the plane
As much as you can.
Yeah.
If you're not first class, you
Right.
you know, you got to
You,
deal with
do
that.
you fly first internationally?
Most of the time,
Yeah.
or actually some of the time, not
Right.
most of the time, some of the time. You
Bro,
just
I'm
try
not
as much
going.
as possible.
If they can't give me a first, I'm not going.
You ain't go.
Sit
I
it
don't
out.
blame you.
Sit it out.
I don't blame you,
Look,
brother.
I don't know. That shit is rough. I've done it before. Like my first time going out the country, I flew to Spain in a regular seat.
Yeah,
I was sitting on the aisle. I thought it was good. I'm in the aisle.
yeah.
There's a fat guy sitting next to me, so I had to sit like
Yeah,
this.
so that
I didn't
side
want-
is already
I didn't want him
shot.
touching me.
Yeah, that's shot. That's a shot
And
side
then they
right
bumping
there.
me the whole time. The
Yeah.
flight attendants.
Oh yeah, coming by the
I was
aisle.
miserable.
I
I like
Your
never-
airline
never
comfort
again.
goes down proportionately with your gains in the gym.
Yes.
100 Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yo, it trips me out. Look, bro, I'm bougie. I'm not sitting in the back unless it's a short flight. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I get free upgrades.
Yeah.
I'm EP every year, so I'm not buying it. I get free upgrades.
Yeah.
But it tripped me out when I be seeing the big dudes back there. I be like, you know, we all see each other on the plane for certain expos.
Yeah.
And I be like, dang man, y'all tripping.
Yeah,
Y'all tripping.
Y'all need to spend that extra, man, to
Yeah,
just
bro.
for comfort.
God.
It's
Peace of
it's
mind.
worth it.
Peace of mind, bro. I be
Yeah.
we was in Boston, couldn't get the upgrade. I was hot. I was hot. Sean's like positive, like, you know, we in exit aisle. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
This is the worst. This is like
terrible.
the worst experience of my life. I hate this.
Yeah, man, that's across the country.
Yeah,
too,
but when
man.
you're
That's
when
a
you're
lot of-
230 pounds, 225 pounds, and you're a bigger guy, broad, it's like he has to do this. You know,
Yeah, it's
he
like-
doesn't want to lean on me, and so
Yeah.
it doesn't. There's just
So
no
I gotta
comfort.
sit like
Yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
gotta sit forward. Like,
Yeah, and that's for 6 hours.
yeah. That was a 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
And we sat an extra hour before we
Oh
took
my
off.
god, they should have to pay
us,
everyone.
yeah.
When you have delays on the runway, that shit bothers me. I feel like a
Yeah.
prisoner.
Yeah.
Because if they should determine like immediately, like if it's gonna be more than 15 minutes
Yeah,
that
get
you're
off.
stuck,
Y'all can
take
get
us
off.
off the plane.
Yeah, take
it's
a walk.
It's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's peace of mind.
Yeah,
bro.
they have no idea what how they're affecting people's schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that
people
too.
got stuff to do.
And TSA. I watched. I listened to a podcast. It was a social scientist, and they talked about TSA. They tested it in and out, and this is a securities expert. All the tests they ran, TSA is 100% ineffective.
100%.
100. They said what will be more effective is to have the armed guards.
Yes.
And I agree. I'm not fearing TSA.
Right.
I talk shit to TSA. I talk shit when they patting down in the groin. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, come on, man. This can't be legal. But, you know, it talked about how it just holds people up. People miss flights. It stresses people out. All the tests they run, when they put in fake weapons in, they always get through. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And they're stopping normal people with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it talked about how it's very ineffective. And I agree. I'd rather have some armed guards in there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Let us
that's fair.
let us not get held up. You know what I'm saying?
Are you cool with the armed guy on the plane?
Yeah.
I mean,
am.
there is one anyway. A lot of times, but
it's-
you don't know.
I know that they're
Yeah.
there, so I don't give a shit.
Oh,
I'd rather just have an armed guy on the plane too.
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That
They can
is-
give me a strap. I'll hold it down. They don't have to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, every little thing. What? Excuse me,
yeah.
ma'am, are you okay?
Yeah.
This guy
yeah,
bothering you?
Yeah.
Go back.
Come
go back.
with me,
use,
sir.
Use the gun. Go back to your seat.
Yeah.
Go back to your seat.
I'm gonna fuck with the nicest looking guys. Come here, sir. Come here. Let me put you down. Take your belt off. Take your shoes off.
Yeah.
All right, put 'em back.
Everything.
Yo, why the fuck we gotta take our shoes? What am I gonna hide in my shoes? What
They're
hide?
taking people's
Nice.
waters.
Why do I have to pull
Yeah.
my computer out the bag if you have an X-ray scan?
You're right, and it could show
Get
it
a
from
better
the
machine.
scan.
Get a better machine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take it out.
Yeah.
Shit.
They even know that the scanning process is bullshit because the lady, or yesterday I came back from a flight the lady said, go to that line because guys, this line is you're going to get held up longer. You're going to go right through on that line. That's what she said.
That line's not really doing anything.
That's what she said.
That line's just for appearances.
She said. And so sure enough, I went through the other line and straight on through.
Do you fly a lot, Breon?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have pre-check?
Who you fly with?
Oh man, it's all over the place. It's whatever they can.
No. Give it like American or something. American goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And make people book you through American.
Yeah, whoever you
that
want.
Way,
pick one.
That way you can start accruing your miles.
Yeah.
You get free flights.
Yeah.
You get the free upgrades.
Yeah.
And they treat you really nice.
Yeah.
You get on a plane first. You know what I'm saying?
I need to do that.
You get the free whatever they give on a plane.
Yeah. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need that global entry.
Yeah, all of that.
That too.
Look.
That's what I was asking.
If I'm not in first, they'll come to wherever I'm at and say, Mr. King, thank you for being one of our executive It make you feel special. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And the people are like, what just happened?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that'd take up for me sitting in the back. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a good look, bro. I'm stressed out because I ain't hit next year's status yet.
Oh.
So I might have to take a long trip. You know what I'm saying?
To catch up in points.
Just to make it up. It'll happen. Like I got 2 more trips that'll catch me up. But I'm usually caught up by I'm usually next year EP in June or July.
Oh wow!
But we didn't go to Australia this year.
Okay.
Australia usually put me over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Australia for the for that expo, for that show, or
for whatever reason. Yeah. Sometimes
like,
for the Arnold, but sometimes also we just go and do our own tour.
Thing. Yeah.
Where we go and visit stores that we work with for our brand.
Absolutely. I love Australia.
We did one at the end of last year, and I love Australia, but it was just rough.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of flying. Because we had to fly each day. We flew to a different state in Australia, cool. Like 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's and then flew right back home.
Wow.
We handle business though.
Of course.
And it did great for business. You know what I'm saying?
And at the end of the day, you're grateful.
100%. 100%.
You're doing something that you love.
Oh yeah.
Around good people.
Right.
But
you do sometimes it is tough because it's unrelenting the go nature of it, and something that helps me and Mike that I understand you do as well is meditate.
Absolutely.
Do you meditate daily?
On a daily basis.
How do you do it? Take us through your protocol.
It's just kind of like a prayer.
Specific time of day or any
morning
any
and night. Morning and night. When I wake up, you
have things that you say.
Confirmations to myself, hyping myself up. Uplifting myself.
I like that.
That I could do this.
You're a dope dude, bro. For real, man. I mean that. I'm not blowing smoke. You're a dope ass person.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a lot. It really does.
Yeah. That's dope.
So in the morning, hyping myself up, encouraging myself, to set the tone for the day, and then the same thing before I go to bed.
Any part of that like people could try for themselves, like tonight, tomorrow, when they're put in their routine, any little like fragment of what you might say or how you talk to yourself that people can incorporate for themselves?
Absolutely. I mean, I think there's always something, however bad the situation is for somebody, they always can point to some things that are good. They have a few things,
So you suggest people identify that.
And be grateful.
Yeah, be grateful for that. Yeah. That'll instantly make them feel, get them out of maybe whatever hole or get, give them some equity in how they're feeling. And then it's just like, just to tell yourself that you can do it, whatever it is, because I always say that just like a small sense of belief in yourself can go so long, and it's biblical. What they say, just as much faith of a mustard seed.
Yeah.
I
don't know the rest, but I just know.
I just know that too, actually. I just know that too. And the
Yeah.
mustard seed is small. So
Right.
you have that much faith, and the strength can a lot of strength, more than can come out of it. So that's all it is. That's all it is. We're all pretty much all, in this together. We all have bad days. We all, even champs out there, second guess themselves.
Right.
And have some doubts in life, but it's just constant affirmations to yourself and constant encouragement to help you give you some strength, man, to go about your business.
Yeah. Man. I agree with that. I'm big on the fact that life is literally what you make it.
Yeah.
And like you said, we all have bad days or perceived to be bad days. But how are you going to deal with it determines the quality of your life.
Absolutely.
You know, if you want to complain, and I forgot who I was with. We were in the elevator, and this is in Miami because we go way up. Yeah. And whoever I was with was complaining every time the elevator stopped because people getting on. I'm like, yo, we can't do nothing about it.
Right. And
you huffing and puffing is giving everyone a bad experience in this elevator. Just chill out. Yeah. We'll be there.
Yeah.
You're all right. You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
You know. And Sean told me about the Bill Gates docu-series on Netflix. So I started watching it last night, and I was like, wow. Like, first of all, Bill Gates is a fucking angel.
Oh, I gotta see that.
He's a dope ass dude.
I gotta see that.
A lot of these, and my son was watching it with me, and I was like, you see that, son? The richest people in the world, him, Buffett, they turn to charity at their height. They're giving away their money, but it's all articulate. It's not just they're not making it rain on poor people.
No, they're taking that as seriously as they took making it.
Right.
It's all. It's not like, here's some money for you. Here's some money. It's not like that at all. Right?
So he does this thing, man, like trying to provide proper sanitation to a lot of people. Half the world don't have toilets. Half the population. Because if you think about it, like, this country is fucking huge. Yeah. When you look at other countries. Yeah. But we only have 300 something million people when they'll have 1 billion or 600 million, and not even half this space. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of places in Asia, a lot of places in Africa, and man, watching the conditions of these kids are playing in water with their shit and piss. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And so many people dying, like all the siblings but one die, and so we have a lot. Wow. Especially in this country, man, poor people got it made. Yeah. Homeless people are straight.
Because we have the infrastructure here. Wow. And so when you think back to like why the Black Plague happened or things like that in the past, hundreds of years ago in Europe, it's because they didn't have this infrastructure of sanitation, clean water and plumbing, like a way to get rid of waste. And so when you have a bunch of humans in one area, there's going to be a lot of waste. Yeah. You got to get rid of that, and you got to provide clean water. Yeah. If you don't have those two things, the population is going to be sick.
Yeah, and these places are so developed, these developing nations are not developed by our standards, but they're so developed, so many people, even if they had the money to fix it, it can't just start building sewage and a whole structure like what we have. Yeah. It's too late. So they're trying to figure out different ways to do it.
To keep up with the population.
It's too late. It's too much waste. It's too many people. You know what I'm saying? Cities will have to be dug up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that shit has to start in the beginning. Wow. It's funny because I lived in the United Arab Emirates for about 6-7 months. And a lot of that country, that's where Dubai and Abu Dhabi is. Yeah, wow. A lot of that country, man, is the same. It's not as bad because it's not overpopulated, but there's not legit sewage systems and water. Like, I lived in a good area, and still, depending on how many showers everybody took, they have to bring water in once or twice a week. Wow. Or you run out of water and shit like that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of places that look beautiful on the outside.
Of course. I was getting ready to say, we think of Dubai and all that. We think of the gold streets and all that.
If you go out there, man, like, I don't know, have you been?
I've never been there.
Okay, so they have in Burj Dubai, they have the islands. Yeah. They're like all the countries. Yeah. Great idea. Selling them off millions of dollars to people to live out there, but then it came to a halt because it started smelling like shit because there wasn't proper irrigation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then all over that country, all over the Emirates. Now the country is the size of New Jersey, so you could drive across the country in 2-3 hours. Okay. So you see nothing but unfinished buildings. They were just moving so fast. They had a boom at one point, but then they had a big financial crisis like we had around the same time. Right. And so it's just a lot of shit just left undone. Wow. So when you see people posting on Instagram, Dubai, it's one little area. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. In that area, I didn't even like that shit because it's just Europeans there. You don't even see Arab people there. Right. It's like strange to see Arabs in their own place there. And women in bikinis, and I'm like, let's respect the even though it's okay they don't mind, but let's just respect the culture. Mm-hmm.
And there's no culture there
in that little part, right? But you know, everywhere else is good.
Right.
Abu Dhabi, I really fucking enjoyed, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like going across the world to feel like I'm still in America.
Of course.
Abu Dhabi was dope, man. You had a real like Arabic experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, let me say this. When I first went out there, I was brainwashed by the media.
Of course.
I thought it was fucking terrorists. Excuse me, Sean, my Middle Eastern brother. But I was I literally was conditioned by what I seen on TV every day.
Yeah.
They strong looking, tough people.
Yeah.
They look scary. Like I was like, fuck.
Wow.
These are the nicest fucking people on the planet that I've experienced.
Yeah.
I met a lot of good, nice people, but these people were like next level, man.
Wow.
Especially when they find out you're American.
Wow.
They're especially nice. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I was in Abu Dhabi. We got some friends out there. We were gonna go out to the sand dunes. It's called farms, you know, and everybody have land out there. So while we're waiting on them to get everything ready, another guy's coming out talking to us from across the street, just being nice.
Yeah.
Literally, we know he had his people inside making food for us.
Yeah.
He just met us.
Wow.
Once he was ready, he said, please come in. Coffee, dates, snacks. And he just broke bread with us in his house.
Wow.
Complete strangers.
Wow.
That's how nice these people are.
Wow.
And then we went out to the sand dunes, bro. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It was at night. My guy, he had camels, falcons.
Wow.
They had a little pit where we cooked in the sand.
Wow.
Prayed with everybody. You know what I'm saying? We ate. We broke bread. We watched some fights. They had TV out in the middle of the desert.
Wow.
A TV with a tent, some satellite shit, They got money there, bro.
Wow.
They got money. Like, it's different.
Abu Dhabi.
It's different.
Wow.
They got big money there.
Wow.
But it was a beautiful. It was like this. This was worth it. This was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was here for all this time for this day right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I'm not there to party.
Yeah.
I want to soak up the culture. Wherever
absolutely.
I go, I want to experience your culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I really enjoy that too.
Yeah, it was dope.
Because a lot of people.
What do you like the most?
Of soaking up other cultures.
Yeah.
Just
that you've
everything.
been.
I mean, just everything that they have to offer and the things that they do. And I really enjoy it being different.
Right.
What's one of your favorite places?
Yeah, destinations.
Australia.
Okay. What do you like about Australia?
Love the people.
Dope
love the people,
right?
Yeah.
The nicest.
Yeah.
So positive, right?
Yeah. I love the people. I love how initiative the people are. You know, they take initiative.
We
they're
know
not
it's
shy.
appreciative, right?
Right. And you notice, I'm sure you notice when they come up to meet you, they're like, well, how are you? How's
Yeah.
everything? Like, how you liking it?
Uh-huh.
I like that.
Yeah.
'Cause they don't do that here in America.
No, not just
They be like, hey, so how can
Yeah.
I want to get with y'all
Yeah.
crew, or
Yeah.
like, come on, bro.
They don't check how you are, or you know your well being is.
Yeah, you know,
First
I had
off.
a cat say to me one time, he's like, "Hey, y'all be making money like that?" I was like, nah, bro, not really. It's rough, but no, I know Australian people super nice.
Yeah, great people,
Yeah.
and also Chinese people. Man,
Have you been to China?
yeah, a
Oh,
few
that's cool.
times. What I notice about Chinese people, but just stuck is always sticks with me, is that they will break bread, have lunch or dinner with longtime friends that they've known for years, and every 10 minutes or so they'll get up and bow to the friends, you know, salute the friends, go up and hug them and kiss them on the cheek, you know. And these are friends that they've known. These aren't,
Right.
you know, it's like I'm saluting you. I appreciate you for who you
Right,
are and
right.
who you are to me. Every
That's
10
interesting.
minutes.
That's dope.
I think it's dope.
What is like? Is it a thing? Like, is just how they are, or is it a certain time they're supposed to show gratitude?
I think it's just they feel it. They feel it. Oh, okay, we're having a good time. Let's give a toast.
That's dope.
Let me tell you how appreciative I am of you.
That's dope. I like that because I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, I think
be
it's
feeling
dope.
cheesy all the time.
I think
Like,
it's dope. I think it's
hey,
dope.
You know you my
Yeah.
What took
man.
you to China?
Last time, what was I there for? I was there helping somebody open up the Amateur Olympia, the Amateur China Olympia.
How do you go about eating in a country where the cuisine is so different? Because I know Asian countries are known to have a very different palate and cuisine selection than we do here.
Yeah,
so
very tough.
For you, being that what you eat kind of is a large part of your career.
Absolutely.
How do you do that?
It's very tough. You have to just kind of do the best you can. They don't have just regular chicken breasts out there. Everything is like
you got the chicken feet.
Yes, feet and duck. So it's real fatty chicken. No
Duck,
breasts.
how was the duck?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, okay.
It's fatty.
Right,
it's greasy.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the duck.
It's interesting because they're not fat though.
The ducks.
No, the people.
The people, right.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Right.
Did you notice anything about their food? Did you be like, why are they eat a lot of this and that? Why are they not fat? Did you ever wonder that?
I do wonder why they're not fat, but it's like, because the food the food they do have some greasy, fatty food.
But it's all whole food based, right?
It is all whole food based.
It's not like here.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of
we
preservatives in it.
We eat a lot of food-like substance. You know what I'm saying?
And I think another big thing is we eat a lot in general, not necessarily us, but the population in America, the portion sizes we consume are just out of touch from what the rest of the world consumes.
Yeah.
They look at it and they call it an American portion, like other countries.
Did you notice that the portions are smaller there?
Smaller.
Yeah.
For sure. But I also noticed.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I also noticed how in other countries in general, everybody just walks more.
Right.
They walk more.
Yeah.
They're like, it's just there. Let's just walk.
Just there 3 miles away.
Yeah. Everybody's
there tomorrow.
not afraid to walk. They walk everywhere.
And you know what? That is a big thing. Chris Gethin was here with us, and he mentioned something that I've always kind of agreed with. A lot of our parents maybe even used to do back in the day, and I think is a great idea. Activity after meals and between meals. It helps to lower blood sugar, clear out blood glucose, and helps with digestion because it's called motility. It's the movement of food around in your stomach. Walking helps that. So it's going to be effective as a means of promoting good health. And people who walk places is that. So like your parent, it was a big thing after dinner. Like my dad would like to go for walks, especially I always remember after Thanksgiving, they'd be like, all right, we're going for a walk before we eat dessert or whatever. And I was like, no, dessert now. But that shit helps. It makes a difference. Chris was talking about he's experimenting with going for a walk like in a controlled manner. Like he would walk on the treadmill or go for a certain amount of time walk after he eats. And he has himself hooked up to a wireless blood glucose meter. Okay. And so he's seeing that it affects him. And that's something I always kind of knew as well. But like it's that natural intuition that they don't have proof of that in other countries. They just know, no, this is good. This feels good when we do this.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that about just feeling good. When I actually got into the classic division, I started paying attention to how I'm feeling a lot more and kind of just really just about being healthy conscious all across the board.
Right.
How I'm feeling inside, about warming up and stretching and how my limbs feel.
Right.
And how do I feel when I wake up and
but
what I'm actually
why?
physically putting in my body.
I think that's what I was saying earlier, why I really like this division, because you get to the ceiling of where the number is the highest very quickly, your weight. You're not going to have anything to shoot for above that. So it's not just a matter of more. It becomes, how do I get better?
Yeah.
How do I improve? Because even like, for example, if you're at your maximum weight, but your skin is nasty, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff starts to matter when you can't just get bigger.
Yeah.
Your shape matters.
Yeah.
The quality of your skin, your complexion probably even matters because your color.
Oh, absolutely.
All this little stuff, you start focusing on that rather than just more size.
Yeah.
So I like that because I think it's going to protect the guys from having to take more substances to induce more mass.
Absolutely.
And it will let them focus on, of course, people are still going to use what they need to use, but it won't be as extreme because of the need for crazy muscles not there.
But I feel like it's a lot of guys probably taking more, but they don't have to, you guys don't have to eat as much.
True.
Right.
And that in itself is keeping you healthy.
Yeah.
And that's a task.
Unbelievably, yeah.
Everybody I know, like Dex is like, all right, Dex, what are you most looking forward to when you retire? He said, not eating so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do it, bro.
Right.
I already don't eat a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot of force feeding. It's uncomfortable.
Right.
And it's a lot of digestion and a lot of inflammation.
A lot of wear and tear on the digestive system.
And then the weight on your body. Yeah. Like we all got roughly the same size hearts. Yeah. If your heart's too big, you die quickly too. So that's not really a benefit. But other than that, we have roughly the same size heart, whether we're 250 or 200 or even 160. Yeah. So like if you're asking your body and your heart to pump the blood for that much bigger of a meat wagon, it's gonna give out sooner, most likely.
They want to be big out there, man, but they really don't understand at what cost.
Right.
And really, when they get there, whoever gets there, you're lucky enough to get there. You'll make the decision if it's you're really enjoying yourself and if you really like it.
Right. And I see guys like I say, I built myself up naturally until I even thought about taking anything. Right. And I took 3 months. This is the longest I ever not lifted. It was 3 months, right?
Wow.
Nothing up about it, just like squat every now and then, like once a week, but not even that heavy, just to maintain some strength because I was prepping for a fight.
Yeah.
And just couldn't be so tight, right?
Yeah.
And, I lost size, but not a lot, not crazy, right?
Yeah.
I know other guys, bro, who will take off a month, who built themselves up with drugs. They look like they didn't never even train before. It goes away like that.
See there?
It goes away like that.
It's all manufactured.
Yeah, it's not solid quality, dense muscle. Quality. When you build it for real, it doesn't go away that easy.
Right.
I'm proof. Like I said, I took so much time off, and that was agonizing to me. But it kind of felt good too.
Yeah.
Because everything felt, I was nice and loose.
Fluid, yeah.
Bro, I remember I was in Sweden. And the hall was long to my room. I'm just jogging down there, like I'm running everywhere. I just limber, you know what I'm saying? But like one of them fucking,
Ninja warriors.
I know I was annoying as fuck to people. What's up, man?
You just want to run and just be spry everywhere.
Yeah. But I did miss being jacked. I like how I look muscular, but not too muscular. So I couldn't wait to start back lifting. But that break felt great. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, if you look at my fights and I still look muscular, not as big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it don't go away that easy when you build it for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Put the years behind it. And the type of grueling training.
Right. That's it too, because you can shape up your body. Like I seen somebody yesterday who did a show recently. Looked pretty good. He was a thing. He did physique, so he was more of a thinner physique. Mm-hmm. I seen him yesterday. He look like shit. He don't even work out. Damn. He's like a piece of shit.
Damn.
Like, you look like a piece of shit, sir.
Damn.
But that's because some of it is a facade. Like anybody get real lean. Everybody got muscle for one. Mm-hmm. We all got muscle. So this guy never put on that good quality. So he looked cool, dieted down.
Right.
But he just blew. He just, like you said, looked at some food. He must have blew up. He just looked like shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it worth?
Yeah.
Just for that day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand no one's going to look peeled, right? But this guy looked like two different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and he don't look like a muscular big. He's just a big, just sloppy kind of looking dude.
Soft.
You know what I mean? But you don't build that shit the right way. It's just different. It's different.
Absolutely. And that's what I think also Classic is bringing to the table is just that it's really celebrating taking your time with your physique.
Right.
If you're going to go to the open, you kind of have to push it a little bit. And there's a lot of classic looking aesthetic physiques in the open division for sure.
Right.
Sean being one of them, Dexter being one of them. I really like that guy from Houston. I can't think of his name. By now, but with the classic division, you can do it in a way to where that quality muscle, because if you get big too fast, lines start to disappear and get blurred.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been actually criticizing the open division for not having the past couple of years.
Peeled down. Yeah.
Just peel, and for you to see
everything.
Yes, the muscle fibers here to connecting to this muscle to that one. That's man.
See,
beauty.
I think your division is probably the dopest in my opinion, right? Classic. I competed with WBFF some years ago.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing what I did. It used to be called Classic Bodybuilding.
Okay.
But somebody owned the name. So they changed it to Muscle Model. But it was the same. Like you see the legs.
Right.
It wasn't as big as the bodybuilders.
Right.
I thought it was the best. It's it's more marketable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do like open bodybuilding too. But I like when you have those juggernauts. Like I used to love Kai and Phil's battles. Bro.
Oh yeah,
it was so epic.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they walked out, bro. They would walk out. I remember one year they walked out. It was them 1 or 2 interchangeably, and then a huge space. Then everybody else. You know what I mean? Nobody was even close to them.
Yeah.
And it was like everybody's like this, like oh shit,
who's gonna get it?
And they both fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Like I remember one year it was like Phil, Kai, fucking Dex, Branch was looking crazy. It was so many dope legends up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like it ain't. This year it was just very underwhelming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, think about what it's gonna be like next year. Phil comes back. Sean is back.
Is he? Is he cleared to compete?
Phil cleared?
No, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. I only think they banned him for just this year, right?
Why would they
I'm
do
not
that?
sure.
I thought they put it said for life.
Indefinite.
Yeah, or indefinite.
I thought it was just for this year.
It was never the IFBB. It was just the Olympia. And
So
they could, of course, at their
other places.
Yeah, and at their discretion, they could, of course, just change that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully. I think it was just AMI and the Olympia that just banned him for this year.
Right.
Okay.
Hopefully, man. It
wouldn't be a ban. It'd be more like a suspension.
Yeah,
or something.
suspended him for
but
this year.
I remember reading Lifetime for some reason. I might be mistaken. But, of course, they could always, the same ways they made that call, they could just unmake that call. But they kind of set him up in an uncomfortable situation to have to come back and re-earn the crown he never lost, which sucks.
You know.
Yeah, but
Sean will show his character, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So if they're able to come back, Phil, Sean, of course Dexter coming back, and Brandon defending the title.
Hopefully
Rami coming back. Flex Lewis going to the Open next year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's cool to see popular faces up there, like popular names. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it feels like the Olympia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to have that.
And seeing these guys, remember when Floyd fought McGregor, right?
Wow.
Now, it wasn't a close competition, but it was so cool seeing 2 fucking media juggernauts.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird. You're not supposed to see this.
Yeah.
So I feel like when it's a bunch of big names on the stage, that's like, I'm paying my money.
Of course.
I want the best seat.
Yeah,
you know
of course.
What I'm saying?
And that's how it's supposed to be. That's our Super Bowl. It's supposed to be big
Yeah.
lights, bright night in Vegas.
Right.
Big fight night.
Exactly.
You know? That's
Everybody
what
on
it's
edge,
supposed to
like,
be.
oh, shit.
Yeah. So that might be what they're trying to do with Chris and I.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that might be why they gave it to him this year.
Right.
You know,
it's all good. Create a nice rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Do you
back
ever
and forth action?
Do you ever wish? Because you know how you competed one time this year. Do you ever wish there was a setup where
Competed twice this year?
Once this year, just Olympia.
But then you went and
The
did the
show
show after.
after.
Oh yeah. How can
Neither
I
of us.
forget?
Yeah, you're right. Because I was
How
like,
can I forget?
Was that planned from the beginning for you to do that?
No. I just actually said I was going to do that show when I was in prep for the Olympia in July.
But you knew before you didn't win the Olympia you were going to go. That was already booked at that point. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you didn't do that as a way of like salvaging the season or something like that. That was already planned out.
That was already planned. Yeah.
But do you ever wish that there was like multiple shows that you would do, not so far apart maybe as like the Arnold, but like there was like a season, if you will. Mm-hmm. You know, there is technically a season, but like that, you know, like NFL teams or NBA teams, whatever, they have a certain number of games that they play.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish or consider that if there was more like that, or do you like it where it's like one big show, whatever happens?
I would like to go on like a little tour after the Olympia. I think that
they used to do that. They had that Grand Prix. That was some cool shit.
They used to do it. They had it for the Open. They don't even have Classic all over the world yet. You know.
Do you see the division growing right now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I see the division growing.
What do you feel about? Do you feel like your division will cannibalize Physique?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I don't think it'll cannibalize it because I think there will always be that culture, you know, of Physique that just doesn't want to put on the muscle like that, or
seem like they want to though. They just seem like they're damn near that big. I mean, I don't know what the legs look like, but upper body, a lot of these guys seem pretty fucking big.
They are.
Even when I meet these guys, they're like bigger than me.
They are.
Yeah.
They are, but they are big. But I guess just the completeness.
Right.
When you're talking about upper body, legs.
Right.
And just the complete, also density of the muscle. It's a different, like you would never compare someone like George Peterson, who got third. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yeah,
to a physique guy. That his muscle is just too dense,
right? Too
deep, too seasoned.
Right.
But 212 on the other hand, I think that division might be on the downswing because they took it out of Arnold.
I could see that.
And just not the draw just isn't there.
Yeah.
So Classic might kind of push that one out of the.
I think that's a good look.
Yeah.
I can see that totally.
Yeah. I forget what I was going to say. I was talking about what you were talking about. What were you talking about before?
With the season?
The season.
Oh, yeah. That's what we were talking about. I would like to go on tour afterwards, but the only thing is it's just tough for us because of that weight that you have to do. And, it's like would you see... One thing I kind of did notice when they did the tour is kind of like the physiques kind of diminish a little bit from week to week to week because it's
hard to hold on.
They're filling up, they're coming down. They're filling up, they're coming down. They're filling up, they're depleting. And your physique can only hold up so much when you take it up and down like that. So yeah, I would, maybe 2 or 3 shows after the Olympia. I would love to.
Right.
I would love to make more money too. Shit.
Give guys income opportunity.
Hey.
Right. We're gonna wrap it up soon, but you got a YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
I see you and your girl with the pancake challenges all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube about? I know you do some training and let the people know.
Yeah.
Because y'all need to come follow us. It's good. You get to really see your personality.
Yeah.
See, back in the day, we just had magazines to read about people we like.
Right.
And okay.
Yeah.
But it's different when you get to watch them and hear them talk and get their personality and sense of humor. You can develop a deeper bond with the people that you admire.
Absolutely.
It's like you get to see a piece of the life.
Yeah.
So
I think the U.S. bodybuilding culture kind of takes that for granted.
Yeah.
While we're saying that, as opposed to the European,
right?
And overseas bodybuilding culture. I mean, out there, and I'm sure you experience it too. Maybe they like bow down out there, man.
Yeah, man.
So U.S., come on, man, come on, supporters.
We just have so much.
You guys have to appreciate a lot more.
We talk about this often when we consider stuff like that. Because we just have so much going on here. There's so much stimulus that it's hard to really, really appreciate any one source. Because there's like, at any given time, 10 cool things you could be doing.
Yeah.
Right, out here.
Yeah.
Think about it in Australia, bro. Like, the population of Australia is 24 million people. We have that in LA County.
Alone.
Not, you know what I mean? So... we're spoiled like a motherfucker. That they appreciate, because we get treated great. Like when I went to Australia the first time, I'm like, y'all know me. There's lines. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this.
It's dope.
We get spoiled other places. You're right.
Yeah.
But like Sean say, like it's like with boxing. Here, a really big fight, 30,000 people in attendance. The UK, 90,000.
Wow.
But you got to be a star to make it here. You got to make it here still.
Yeah.
But Vegas, big fight. I can also go to the Drake concert. I can go to this, this show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Options.
Out there is just the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's all good. I think it's all good, man. This is a tougher place to make it, but fucking when you make it, you made it.
You made it. You
know
made
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
I also think this Rock show is coming up. The Rock is getting ready to have a show next October.
Yeah.
Man, in Atlanta, that show there
you do it?
I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it.
Is it going to have a classic division?
I'm assuming he's going to have all the divisions. Yeah, that's
so
how
is it sanctioned by the IFBB NPC?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not It's not a new organization.
No.
Okay,
by the IFBB NPC.
Yeah, because he's in good standings with them. Like he's at the shows.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's what our industry needs.
The industry, the big shows need competition.
Yeah.
Because with competition breeds innovation. So basically, y'all got to get treated better. With the more shows, the more, people putting up big money for y'all. It just it's better for y'all.
Absolutely.
and everybody got to step their shit up.
Yeah.
Which it should be. It should always get better.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Each year, it should be more money.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
There's more fans every year.
Yeah.
Whatever people want to talk about, the attendance of an expo, whatever. There's more people tuning in to everything every year.
Yeah.
When things are not growing like that, they shut it down.
Yes.
They're not shutting this shit down.
Right.
It's growing.
It's growing.
Yeah.
And so that's why
Look
I say,
how popular fitness is becoming, bro.
yes,
You know?
man, it's such a fad, and for good reason. I
Yeah.
mean, more than a fad, but you know, people use it on Instagram as a fad sometimes. But it sticks for a reason because it, like we were talking about, it's transcending outside of the dang gym.
Right.
You know,
And I always say this because I've always had like a lot of athletes from different genres that follow me. I'm like, damn, you follow? Cool.
Yeah.
Because everybody can work out.
Yeah.
It's not specific to a particular sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell, Evander Holyfield used to get trained by Lee Haney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got stuff like that, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out to the champ, Andy Ruiz Jr., the new heavyweight champ.
Oh,
But he
yeah.
asked me to help him out, get him in shape a little. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this benefits everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you could be a singer, a rapper, whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's dope. It's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. And Dexter trains, but Buster was
Yeah.
he called Dexter while we were shooting the YouTube video.
That's great. That's dope. That's dope.
So that was dope. That was
Yeah.
dope. But
Dexter, why is Dexter so fucking dope?
yeah,
Like,
he dope, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know,
I just like being around him.
yeah,
He's fun.
Yeah,
You know?
he's a fun dude, and I you know, that's good that we have those type of dudes in our bodybuilding community because bodybuilding, the bodybuilding personalities and cats, you know, we get a bad rap for not having personality and not extending ourselves out there to the people and not having charisma. Rightfully so, I think, because some cats are just
Right.
you know, just about being in the, and that's fine. That's fine, but
It's going to limit your growth and
exactly. If you
your
want to limit
ability
yourself
to earn, you know.
yeah, you can limit
But
your platform.
I think also though what comes with it when you're not a gym person and you see a big dude, you automatically think they're an asshole.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
a lot of it is a preconceived prejudice,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, it's some dope people. I remember when I met Jay Cutler, he was the dopest person. I was like, this dude is so fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, Jay Cutler texts me every week. What's up, Mikey?
yeah,
You okay?
yeah. Oh, that's
Thank
up.
you. Thank
See,
you,
that's
Jay.
what's
All
up.
right, thank
man.
you, Jay.
Just making sure
I
you're good.
love you, Jay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these guys, they've been around. They've had success for a long time.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect the fact that Jay Cutler is still one of the biggest names out there. Still.
Yeah.
Hasn't competed in years.
Yeah.
I
It's
respect
remarkable.
I respect that guy, bro.
It's remarkable.
You know? So staying power. I was talking to someone about this yesterday. You're worth what you can provide, especially us as men right now.
Yeah.
Not what you used to be able to provide and do or whatever, you know. And I teach my son, like, when he was playing football, he scored a touchdown. Do not celebrate. Get ready for the next. Do it again.
Yeah.
Let them celebrate. Let the team celebrate.
Yeah.
But you got to keep doing it because you ain't worth nothing if you ain't doing it.
Right.
Right? So for the cats, the people that can sustain these long careers,
Yeah.
man, that's so impressive to me because it's a lot of pressure to stay at the top.
Yeah.
Or in that echelon. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to do it and maintain it,
Yeah.
it says a lot about who you are because people can con people and make them think they're this, that, and a third, but you can't do it forever. But if you solid, people rocking with you.
Yeah.
And they ain't going nowhere. They know your core is going to stay with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it says a lot about these guys. You know, I admire them. I'm happy to have friendships with a lot of them. You know what I mean? And I learn from them. I have some questions. And most importantly, I observe. The best way to teach is by example.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's dope. This is a dope, fitness industry is a dope place. I know it's a lot of complaints and it's a lot of weird shit, but for the most part, I think it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a dope thing.
Teaches you so much just about yourself and how you want to handle other people. I think it's a great time for it. It's a great time for it. It's a great time of just of what we need to be in as a whole, as a people. Is just, you know, it makes us happy, and it makes us like I said, treat people great, treat ourselves great, treat people great. And I just think that just makes the world go round. Aside from the
100%.
money.
Money's always good. I love. My name is Mike Rashid. And I love money. People want to act like, oh, money. You know what? Money is good.
It's great.
Yeah.
And back on that Bill Gates thing, the documentary, because we do highly recommend people watch that. I like that show because I think it's a cheat code, like for us to all pay attention to, because you get to see what the modern day richest man in history. Because Jeff Bezos has passed him up now technically, but that's because he stopped trying.
Right.
Bill Gates hasn't tried to get money
Years.
in over a decade.
Wow.
And he's still not. He hasn't even tried. Literally, he's been in the process of giving it away, and he's still up there.
Wow.
So you're seeing what the man who was he's still more powerful than Jeff Bezos was at his height. It's only because he took his foot off. He realized something.
Wow.
And so his way of now doing it is trying to take care of humanity. Yeah. But what I'm taking away from it is like, let me just make sure I'm doing this with the people around me and my relationships and the people that I love and care about. Let me make sure I'm really taking care of that, because that's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
He's literally starting companies and ventures with some of the smartest people in the world to aggressively try and solve problems of humanity. But we're not billionaires, right? Hopefully we could be one day. It's possible. He did it. Yeah. But we're not billionaires, but we could all affect change in our immediate surroundings. Yeah. And we're trying to do that. All three of us and many people like us who are like-minded, we're trying to do that on a daily basis, affect change around us.
Yeah.
And the little bit that we can do actively, we do it, and we try to plant a seed in people that follow us to be of service to people as well. Because, you don't have to be Bill Gates to do for humanity,
right? Right.
I feel like just as a social media influencer, being positive is doing a lot for people.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's a good deed. And I feel like as long as we kind of, look, people can do what they want to do, but that's a dope thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I would get people that tell me, that message me and say that they have stopped thinking about committing suicide, have now treat their girlfriend or their parents different with respect. Mm-hmm. And that right there is like, wow. Mm-hmm. Me extending myself in that manner,
right,
with me not even really trying, or me not even, it not being on my mind constantly to do that, but just, just being myself and doing what I do.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Where do you live, Breon?
In North Hollywood, right?
So you're not too far away. So I'm going to put this out there. Before the end of the year, probably, it's on our list of places to hit. We will want to do a Dirty Angels event, which is where we go out into the community and we prepare meals. And Trifecta usually helps us with that. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Trifecta. Yeah, I'm with them too.
They're dope. They the best meal prep service that there is, like organic meal sources. You get to pick how you want to eat. It's dope. Mm-hmm. They help us put food together, and we go out in the community. It's something Mike started a few years ago, and we've kind of committed to it like regularly. We're trying to do one every month.
Absolutely. Wow.
We've done it in Houston and in Vegas recently, and we want to do one in LA area. Wow. We're gonna want you to be out there with us.
I could do it.
Down. Yeah.
You can lock me in.
All right.
Dope.
You can lock me in for sure.
Cool. Tell the people where to find you. We're gonna put it down in the description, but just
Yeah, you can find me, guys. My Instagram is BREONMA_. You can find me on the website, teambreon.com. Breon Ansley is the YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, Breon.
Follow the YouTube channel.
Yeah, just Breon Ansley is on the YouTube, and we can have a good time there. We can chop it up. And I'm all about being good people. I really want to kind of just really, my thing when I started bodybuilding, my whole thing was to not be the quintessential bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. I wanted to bring charisma. I got an acting background.
Right.
I've been in the acting game. Yeah, I've been in the acting business for years, since 2002.
Okay.
So that's where, I get the stage presence and all that from. Right. But I kind of wanted to bring that entertainment type of charismatic feel to the bodybuilding game, because I didn't see enough of that.
Right.
I didn't see enough of that going on with the characters that we had.
Right.
So, and then, taking it a whole lot of steps further, just to, aside from entertaining, just really extending yourself on a level from the heart.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing on what I want to do and what I want to continue to do. And hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job to you guys out there thus far. We're going to continue to rock out and have fun.
For sure, man. But listen, man, you are welcome to come by at any time.
I appreciate that.
We can do some training stuff too, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And also, man, you're a shining star in this industry. And we support you. Got my full support, bro.
Thank you, brother.
And
I'm a
fan.
Yeah.
I like you a lot as a person. You're dope.
Thank you so much,
what I'm
brother.
saying?
Yeah. So you help be in my corner so we can hopefully gain this title back again next year.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Hell yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And you too. We are signing out.
Out of there.
Follow my man. All right.
Out. Love y'all.
See you on the next one.
Dope.